don't want to run out of there.
You've got his feet on there. He's on a big.
Yeah, this one here. This is TC, and what they've done is they've totally filled. This is chock-a-block full.
What put on them?
I put the super on the bottom, and they've been filling that quite well.
Well, they're happy then, aren't they?
They are. They're very happy.
Is the bit out the front natural? Is it what
No, it's that's a bit off a log, a knot.
Oh, yeah.
I do it with a lot of the TCs and that.
Yeah.
If I rescue one from a log, I usually take the frame tree off and put it on the front of the box.
Oh, yeah. Good idea, yeah.
And not only does it give them a visual, but it looks nice.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Smile, huh?
Yeah, nice.
Such a beautiful
Yeah,
outfit.
because this just allows me to work in peace, basically.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
You know. Yeah, this one here, what I'm doing is I'll be removing this top section here.
Especially mine.
That was a bitey.
Yeah, it was.
Little March fly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's some big March flies too.
They're vicious at the moment around our side.
Oh yeah, and you know the difference between them and a bee?
Yeah, they hurt more. They come up in a great big 2-inch whelp.
Yes.
Must taste good.
Yeah, but
They've actually got a serrated proboscis, and they cut open your skin, and
Like
they
a
put
saw.
the acid in it, and it dissolves and they eat that.
and it itches and itches
Yeah.
for ages.
So did you make this?
What's that? No, eBay.
Yeah?
This is. I took this off 6 months ago.
To
put a view colour on there?
Honey.
Changed my mind.
It's full.
That's all the bees.
They've actually removed a lot of the stores there.
Excuse me, down the bottom.
You go first.
No, that was about ½ an inch of pollen stores at the top, and then I did an eduction from this one, which it did really well, and then I've left it since the eduction, and what they've done is they've taken a lot of the pollen stores off the top and put it in the eduction box.
That's enough.
Which they will, and this is the reason why you need really strong mother hives to do reductions from, because they'll steal a lot of the stores from the mother hive to put in the eduction to start with, and then what they do there is it allows them to build bigger brood inside there, which is better because there's a lot more bees available to put in the eduction box.
Yeah, sorry.
To supply more workers. Normally when you take this off, you wouldn't touch this. You just take this off and split it. Yeah, which is what we don't do anymore. You will see a couple of stifford flies getting around shortly.
Yes. There are a lot of march.
Another one.
Want to do it again?
See the brood? They've actually built the brood up here now. It's right up there.
Coming up the top.
Yep. So, if that's the case, I might actually put another top on top of that.
I can hear the bugs.
Always got to be prepared.
Got another box around here.
Oh yeah, heaps.
I had around here.
Oh, I got one in the bee room in the office.
Ooh, an old paper wasp nest. Yes,
If you didn't want that stuff to
I
stick,
bet that
it would.
was.
When you
I
don't
bet
want it
those
to go on, it won't.
See, these were a bit mismatched boxes as well.
Yeah.
The top one was a little bit shorter and a little bit longer by the look of it.
So how long have they been in this box?
2 years? Yeah. They were boxed from, what were they boxed? They were boxed from the apple box. The bees in the second apple box boxing. I got a bees in an apple box. It was about that long,
There's a young bee.
about that wide, and it was 2 apple boxes, one on top of the other, turned upside down. So it was that high to start with.
There's a young
Um,
bee.
About 8 years ago now, and I split it when I first got it because that's what we used to do. And I left them in the same boxes, and I just built bigger boxes that could fit underneath. One underneath and one on top. Now the one on top had a little bit of, had one end was treated pine, or I think both ends were. These 2 ends were treated pine. So what they did is the bee seal got straight off the top here, and would not go into the top box because of the treated pine.
Really?
So they knew straight away. And I did it overnight because I wanted to get it done. And didn't realise that these 2 bits were treated pine, which I should have known. But anyway, what I want to do first is this. See, if I don't do this,
It won't lift up.
it won't lift off in clean. I just found a little bit of honey there.
Get the cake out of the tin.
I was just thinking the exact same thing.
What's that?
Like getting a cake out of a cake tin.
Yeah. Get off.
Now they're starting to get a bit aggro and then we're upset.
If you don't want to be your face,
Oh, fantastic.
face, take it, take place.
That's perfect.
That's what you want to see, so you know how they build.
So just explain, hun, how do they do that?
So this all is, at the back here, this is all honey. See how they're all solid pots? Whereas here, you'll see there's pollen pots in here as well.
Which are the yellowy
That's a pollen pot.
looking ones?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a little bit of pollen here.
Alright, just
They do mix it. They mix it quite a bit. If I peel a bit of this off, you'll see the brood. This is the involvement. There's the brood. See, the Fibonacci spiral. So this is what they do for winter. They build involcrum all the way around the brood.
Feel free to go in and have a look at it.
They'll move out of the way.
Never, darling. Go back.
See, these are gentle, these ones. These ones eat you alive. It's like opening a termite's nest, or like a wasp nest. You've got to put fans around here, and they'll still get in. I changed the view panels on these 2 yesterday, and they ate me. They got in here everywhere. See, there's a couple of them. But yeah, they got into me everywhere. See, these just get caught in your hair. TH, the geez, they bite. Oh. Yeah. This is, yes, and that's why they're getting the smell. I'm bringing them closer and closer and closer to getting the smell. And once the smells go inside, This is almost done, this box here. So as soon as that's done, this is going on. They're still... I changed the panel because I put some bees in here from that one yesterday. I did. They took it away. They didn't like it.
Just stay away, please.
On top through from, wasn't it? Yeah. It was worth a try. But it was a little bit of the advancing front, so it didn't hurt anything, you know. So, and I knew they were just about to hatch. So as soon as they hatched, I took all the brood up. See you later. But that happens here. I've got a few fighting ones here.
Do they fight between themselves?
Sometimes they do.
So that's what the few were doing.
Yeah.
Here.
Well, there can be sometimes drift from other hives as well.
Hey Dean, we've got fighting happening on this one. From there to there.
Is it? I'll go on to that one now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's having a fight.
Yeah. I will.
Just grab a bit of tape, hon.
Put a bit of tape on it, yeah. Stop them coming out.
Just in your box there. They think they're being attacked, so they send out a fighting swarm to protect the hive.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
From the next one.
Because these ones are disrupted.
Yeah.
They're a very, very well-developed society, the bees. They know how to protect themselves. They're TC as well. They're TC over there as well, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what's happening because there's a lot of...
So you think about these structures and the fact that these bees live for 50 days.
Yeah.
They achieve an extraordinarily large amount in their lifetime.
Actually, I might just...
What do you need?
I'll go and get another box. You go on top of that.
All right.
So what are these suits under? What do you look for in here?
Oh, we just call them an insect suit. You search for insect suit, bee netting, bee suit. These are really good for your hat. I got these from a camping disposal store. They just sit elastic and they've got a drawstring.
Oh, yeah.
So these were like $1.50. They're really cheap. Does the job.
And that's all we use.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just so they don't fall up my nose and my eyes and stuff when I'm nearby. Yeah, you don't press pause on that.
There's a idea.
No, they don't like unless they push it like this.
So this footage that I'm taking today will be on, we'll put the link to my YouTube channel, and you'll be
all
able to
across there was pollen stores. Because it was in the sun as well, and what they do is they put pollen stores up the top for insulation for the heat. But since it's done the eduction, it removed all those and it's built the brood right up through there to supply enough workers for the eduction. So that brood started at the bottom of the box, right down there. That's the bottom super on it. And that again, I'll show you that super. It was just a normal super with the 4 holes in it. And I put a piece of plastic on the bottom because I wanted to see, and they've sealed them all off. And there's quite a bit of honey in there now, in the bottom.
Okay.
You see those? So there's not really a lot I need to do with this now, except put another box on top.
So Dean, obviously if it was lower you'd be trimming the honey pots off.
Yes, actually I might actually take, I'll take these away, because then I can, then they can build that brood a little bit out a bit more as well, because it tends to come up to a point there. what you've got to be careful of is not damaging the honey pots and spilling honey everywhere. See how there's a bee space between the stores and the involcrum?
Oh, yeah. Nasty place.
Yeah, that's okay.
Let people have a look.
So it comes away pretty clean, doesn't it? You get lots.
If you're very careful, yes.
I put these all up on the Facebook.
And that's where you've got to know the structures and how they build and that within the hive. And this is the idea. So
Really quite separate.
you don't want to be spilling honey because bees drown.
Yeah.
And as soon as a bee gets honey over him, that's gone.
Yeah.
They can't. They die.
So if you were to accidentally damage honey, would you clean it up as best you could?
I try not to, but yeah, like there's a little bit of honey there. The bees will clean up a little bit like that.
Right.
I can't lick it because I've got the...
How often do you go to the
Neither.
Oh, it's stuck up the top there. Does that?
Alright, see there's a bee that's gone in that.
You're just going to sit down and
You
look at
won't want to come out.
it. You don't want to come out after all that.
That's
You
what
just
she
want to see
does.
if you do it.
We tend to stand at the door for a few minutes just going inside or outside.
I need an invitation 10 times.
There'd always be a couple of breakages anyway.
Yes, there's a little bit sitting on the open pot at the top, but they'll be alright. They'll seal that up within hours.
Yeah.
Come on, you're letting the bees in.
There's a bit of pollen in that one.
So if you've never tasted native bee pollen, it's got the texture of shortbread, and it's very, very sweet, like shortbread, and it's got the similar texture as well. It's very nice. Good try.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Oh, there's honey.
Yeah.
What about the,
Yeah, true.
You can see the different colour.
Horrible.
You can see the different colour between the right
what about the seasonal aspects of when you do this?
Yeah, we tend to do this spring, up here, spring, summer, autumn.
Teach people to do that.
It's too cold.
A lot of the time they'll mix the pots.
Oh, I see.
and that'll encourage them to make more pots. More room to build
The
with.
vinegar, the honey is what?
If you just want to stick your finger in that little bit of honey there, that'll clean it up a bit.
No double dipping
Oh, so yummy.
Doesn't even taste like honey.
Oh,
It's unusual, isn't it?
I love that lemon scent in there. It's really nice. Lemon taste.
Yeah, the neighbours have a whole heap of lemon myrtle trees.
Very nice.
I like working on TC. They're just so gentle.
Hold your hand still, hon. Thanks.
That's my bung finger.
Yeah. See that?
If you see a cabinet maker with all his fingers or all his fingers really straight, it's not a cabinet maker.
Yeah, nearly the same, not quite.
Yeah.
And it's always Peter the Pointer that gets gobbled.
Yeah. When they took me up to Nambour first, and they were going to take my finger off. Yeah, the buggers.
So you don't use anything to seal it up, just the tape around the outside?
That's still got a lot of propolis where they've sealed it up.
Yeah.
So I just keep that, I just use that propolis there. There's a little bit, there's still some on this one here from the lid.
They'll reseal.
When I put them in the new box.
Oh, you've got stuff you've got collected. Oh, yeah.
I've got recycled.
And they don't react to that that's come out of another hive?
No. I usually leave a bit at the front. And they clean it up. There's none there now. There was the other day.
It's just like, what's that sticky stuff called?
Blue tack.
Yeah, B-tack.
B-tack. Yeah.
How long do you reckon it takes them to get up to the top of that one now? Another year?
They'll be up there. They'll have that full again by spring. Yeah.
It's on 3.
One I prepared earlier.
So these view panels are just the when you buy booklets, they're the covers. Booklet covers that you just buy from Office Works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 1 mil thick plastic.
It's 150 microns, and then these we bought the 250 microns because they just got a little bit more weight to them. And 150s we found that the bees actually chew through it because it's just a little too thin. So using these are excellent view panels.
Yeah, better than Perspex.
Yes.
It's easy to work with.
Yes, much more flexible.
Yeah.
You take.
Why are you looking at me? Where's your black tubs? I love having you look up.
I'm surprised I haven't seen any of the flies around.
One over here.
Is there?
Yeah.
Well, spawning.
They're usually not far away.
Makes you feel good.
I just bought a wide one. Yeah. No, I haven't got it.
There is a way in on that next end. It's the hole.
Yeah, they made a hole in it, have they?
Yeah.
Well, they have two of those.
This is going to be a beauty.
Yeah.
Because the one that I've got down there that does 4 a year, it's only got the 2 brood boxes and a super on top.
Okay. Yeah, and you still got four a
So
year.
this has got 3 brood boxes
Yeah.
and a super underneath.
Yes.
So, but when you've seen how much they'd done in those apple boxes, and the space that was inside that apple box, they were in there for 20 odd years before I got them. I had them for another 7 years before I actually took them out of the boxes and put them into these boxes. The brood in the second one, what they did is the bottom box that I put on there, they'd filled it chock-a-block with honey. I think I got about 6 kilos of honey out of it. So yeah, there was a hell of a lot of honey in there. It was massive. The honey stores were that big. It was just huge right down one side of the box. And then right across the bottom. The brood was as big as a football. And I only just fit it into 2 boxes. So, and this was one of those.
Is the other box that you made, is it performing as well as this one?
Oh yeah, yes. That's the other one. That's the one that I did 4 years ago, which is just the 2 boxes with the super on top. I've never harvested the super because they keep. I give it to them for the stores that they need for the eductions. They do 4 a year. It's now produced 10 hives.
Wow.
Yeah, 4 a year. The last one it had brood and a queen. There was 3-4 layers of brood within 3 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just incredible. I couldn't believe how quick it was. It astounded me. So it's really doing well now. I've just hooked up another one. What's the date? The 17th. I hooked one up 17 days ago to it. A new one. I gave it a break for 6 months. Not 6 weeks, I mean, between the last one. And I've just put a new one on it now. That's a new worker. See, she's really right.
Putting this extra layer on as you've done here now, then this is working towards a good strong mother hive.
Really super mother hive, yeah. Yeah, basically that's what it's going to be, a really strong mother.
He's got to process it first.
See how I use well, there's bees in there.
How did they get in there?
Buggers.
Down there.
Yeah, he's hanging on.
Dean, even though they've got more space, don't they still lay the same sort of number of eggs a day?
They do.
So by giving them more space, isn't it just a case of your advancing front now just moves?
No, they'll build a lot bigger brood. She can lay up to 300 a day.
Yeah.
She's probably laying about 150 to 200 a day at the moment, with the brood as being as big as what it is.
Yep.
Because when that brood was that big there, they were managing that really well. And she was moving up and down through that like...
Dean, you got another bit of fly screen?
Like yeah.
The bottom one now.
Oh, they?
Yeah.
Okay, so we start.
Yes, I just thought that.
I understood